A poor village girl was told by her own family, "You are all never success in life." But just 10 years later, she returned to her village in a luxury car, leaving everyone speechless. What happened that completely changed her life? Watch until the end because the story will inspire you. In a small village lived a young girl named Sophia. Her family was extremely poor. Her father worked as a daily wage laborer, while her mother cleaned other people's houses just to support the family. From a very young age, Sophia had only one dream. She wanted to escape poverty forever. But the people in her village always laughed at her. They would say, "Poor family only dream, they never achieve them." Every night, Sophia would sit on the roof, look up at the stars, and whisper to herself, "One day I will prove them all wrong." She was one of the brightest students in her school. However, her family could not even afford new books. She borrowed old books from her classmates and studied harder than anyone else. One day, tragedy struck. Her father was seriously injured while working. The doctor told the family he would not be able to work for several months. With no income left, the family struggled to buy even basic food. That night, Sophia overheard her parents talking. Her mother was crying. She said, "We cannot afford Sophia's education anymore. Tomorrow we all have to take her out of school." Sophia's heart shattered. For the first time in her life, she felt that her dream might end forever. But later that same night, she noticed a mysterious envelope slipped under the front door. Inside was a single handwritten note. It read, "If you truly want to change your destiny, come to the old railway station tomorrow morning at exactly 6 a.m. and does not tell anyone." Sophia froze. Who had sent the letter, and why had they asked her to come to the railway station? Find out in part 2 of this unforgettable story. The mysterious letter changed her life. In part 1, Sophia received a mysterious letter asking her to come to the old railway station at exactly 6 a.m. without telling anyone. Sophia could not sleep all night. She kept wondering, who sent this letter? Can I really trust a stranger? The next morning before sunrise, she quietly left her house and walked toward the old railway station. The station had been abandoned for years. There was no one around except an elderly man sitting alone on a wooden bench. As soon as Sophia arrived, the old man smiled and said, "I have been waiting for you, Sophia." She was shocked. "How do you know my name?" she asked. The old man replied, "I have been watching your hard work for years. I know you have a dream, but I also know your family cannot afford your education anymore." Sophia stood there in silence. Then the old man handed her a small envelope. Inside was a scholarship letter from one of the country's best universities. It offered to pay all of her educational expenses, including tuition, books, and accommodation. Sophia could not believe her eyes. Tears rolled down her face. She asked, "Why are you helping me?" The old man smiled and answered, "Many years ago, I was poor just like you. A kind stranger helped me continue my education. Today, I simply want to pass that kindness to someone more who truly deserves it." Sophia promised him, "I will never waste his opportunity. One day I'll make you proud." A few weeks later, she moved to the city and began studies at the university. Life there was far from easy. She attended classes during the day and worked part-time at a small cafe every evening to cover her personal expenses. Many nights she slept only 3 or 4 hours. Her classmates laughed at the simple cloth and old shoes. Some even said, "You all never become successful." But Sophia ignored every insult. She remembered her parents' sacrifice. She remembered the old man's kindness and she kept moving forward. One evening, while returning from work, she noticed a luxury car stop right beside her. The window slowly rolled down. A well-dressed businessman stepped out and looked directly at Sophia. Then he said something that completely changed her future. What did the businessman say? And how did that meeting change Sophia's life forever? Find out in the final part of this inspiring story. The dream finally came true. Sophia received a life changing scholarship and moved to the city. Despite working part time and facing constant criticism, she never gave up. One evening, a businessman stopped his luxury car beside her. The businessman stepped out of the car and smiled. He said, "Young lady, I see you working hard every evening after your university classes. I have been watching your dedication for months." Sophia was surprised. The man continued, "Success does not come to people with money. It comes to people who refuse to quit." He handed Sophia his businessman card. "After graduation, come to my company. I'll be waiting for you." Sophia thanked him and continued working given harder. 2 years later, she graduated from the university with highest honor. Keeping his promise, the businessman offered her a job at one of the country's biggest companies. Sophia worked with honesty, discipline, and determination. Within a few years, she was promoted several times and became one of the company's youngest executives. But Sophia had a bigger dream. She wanted to build her own business. Using her savings, she started a small technology company from a tiny rented office. The beginning was difficult. Many people told her, "Your business will fail," but she never listened. She worked day and night. Slowly, her company began to grow. A few years later, it becomes one of the fastest growing companies in the country. Sophia was no unsuccessful millionaire. The first thing she did was return to her village. This time, she arrived in a beautiful luxury car. The same people who had once lurched at her stood there in complete silence. Instead of taking revenge, Sophia smiled. She built a modern school in her village and created scholarship for poor children so they could continue their education without worrying about money. She also built a free training center where young people could learn valuable skills and build a better future. When a reporter asked her, "What is the secret behind your success?" Sophia smiled and replied, "Never let other people's opening decide your future. Work hard, stay humble, and never stop believing in your dreams." Moral of the story: your current situation does not define your future. With hard work, patience, and determination, even the biggest dreams can become reality. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this inspiring story, please like, subscribe, and join us for more powerful stories on Mindful Story.